We're almost to the end of 2024, and after multiple years of being a VTuber, I still get the question very often about why? Why are you a VTuber? Especially when I look like this. I thought it would be a good time to sit here and gather my thoughts on why I think girls like myself, and I mean, just really anybody in general, like, doesn't have to pertain to just girls, but I'm sure, you know, people on the internet, like, oh, if I was an attractive girl, wouldn't I just turn my face camera on when I'm playing video games? I thought that too. I did that for multiple years, actually, like, every day. I'm talking 12 hours a day. I streamed a lot with my face camera on. I'm extremely comfortable on camera. I always have been. And it was a wonderful time in my life. Did I ever have more than 100 viewers without drops being on for a certain video game I was playing? Somebody rating me? You know, like something special happening? No, never. I'd done different things like cosplays and drinking streams. I constantly had a bunch of makeup on my face. I now wear like no makeup. But I used to like make myself look really presentable for the camera. Because I saw it as a job. When you show up for your job, you don't want to look like you roll out of bed every day. And when I started streaming on Twitch, I actually had that sort of, you know, stance in my head that I was like, maybe other people are okay showing up to work looking like they've rolled out of bed. Me personally, I wanted to look like I was showing up, you know, ready to work. And if you're a girl Twitch streamer, making yourself look presentable, sometimes it was a little more than just making myself kind of pretty. Like, I'm talking low-cut shirts, you know, like zoomed in the camera, like making sure I was looking good, always doing my hair and everything. It meant so much to me to look great in the camera all the time, 24/7. That sort of upkeep, when you first think about that, when you're someone who becomes stuck in the house due to losing your job from your illness becoming too much to withstand, and, you know, leaving your house on an everyday basis basically becomes impossible, but you'd still like to cling to some sort of normalcy upon basically becoming disabled. I had almost lost my eyesight 6 years ago upon a complete laundry list of other things. Stacked on top of my chronic illness, I have rheumatoid arthritis. So it's just a lot of things to keep somebody down. And when you go from working full-time 40 hours a week, physical jobs, and then just going from not being able to do that, you still, like, you want to cling to work ethic, right? And that's the thing with VTubing. It allows me to do that, to really do it the way that I thought about it when I did first think of Twitch streaming. Because when I first thought of Twitch streaming and, like, making it my job, I was like, I can sit at home every day, I could wear what I want, do what I want, wake up when I want, make my own schedule, eat whatever, whenever, you know, I just thought about all this freedom. And then slowly over the years that I was full-time streaming and I kept seeing my viewership rise and I was attempting to get Twitch partner, I found myself working harder than I ever did at a retail job, aside from standing up or sitting down. Like, that, the difference was the fact that I was putting in way more hours, but sitting down. And that just wasn't healthy. Spending well over an hour every single day I would spend just getting ready. Like, it wasn't about the content. It wasn't about the stream. It was me sitting with a mirror in front of my face, picking away at my face, putting on makeup, and just dissecting myself every single day because I knew I was about to be on camera for hours and hours and hours, And people were going to be doing that to me. I constantly had to answer to people who were like, "Are you okay? How are you today?" Bitch, I'm not good. I'm chronically ill. How many times does somebody have to explain it? But that's right. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm live. People are going to be coming into my stream all the time who don't know me. Who are like, "How are you? How are you feeling? Are you doing good today?" And when you do your damnedest to dress yourself up, to look presentable, it almost, without like noticing that you're subconsciously taking it that way, but it feels like someone's picking you apart when they're like, "Are you okay?" It sometimes doesn't, especially from a random chat or if you don't know the person, it sometimes doesn't always feel like it's coming from a place of actual concern. More so, they see something wrong with you, or at least that's what your brain makes you think, like, "Oh my gosh, what did I miss? Did I forget to change my shirt from yesterday or something? Or am I looking too upset? Like, what do they mean, am I okay? Do I not seem okay?" And it's, oh my gosh, that's the craziest thing that I've been through on a daily basis. Tore my mind apart. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. And so for the people who do show up day to day with your face camera on, as somebody who used to do that, who did have hundreds of viewers at one point for at least like a solid month before the video game that I was really passionate about died, you know, like, I bow down to you. That's really hard. And, you know, a lot of girls, whether we've signed up for that already or we've never have, you know, we don't want to do that. It's just showing up on camera every once in a while or making a video like this. Yeah, sure. But I want to live stream way more than I want to show up on camera. And if you just live stream sometimes with the camera on and then turn the camera off, then people have a million and one questions. "Are you okay? What's up? Why is your camera not on?" It's like, okay. How about we just make a new normal? How about I'm an anime character, and the treat sometimes that shows up is the real depiction of me with the camera. So that way, when I'm just the anime character, it's always okay. I'm always okay. No one needs to ask those invasive questions, get me talking about my real life. I don't turn on my Twitch streams. I don't make YouTube videos. I don't make any sort of gaming content to really just sit there and talk about myself. I do have a few videos that I have made touching on the topic, and such as this one right now, basically. But pretty much when I'm live streaming on Twitch, which is like why I became a VTuber, was like for that reason. Yeah, no. Some girls we just want the conversations to be kept pertaining to what's happening on the stream and not about us all the time. Are we happy that people care? Absolutely. Do we like that people compliment us? Do I find it nice when people tell me I'm pretty, I'm gorgeous, I'm beautiful, I wish I could see you on camera, I miss your face? You know, I love it. I love all those things. But it's just that does not outweigh all of the negatives that come with it, that come to committing to being on camera daily, that come to people taking, you know, facial expressions because I'm just simply exhausted because I have a lot to deal with in my day-to-day life. And, you know, when I'm sitting there playing video games, half the time I'll be like, that sad face don't look as bad on the VTube character. I look way more miserable. And I'm not. That's just like my resting face. Like, the character does not look that miserable. You know what I mean? So it's a luxury. It's a luxury. And I'm very thankful for it. Past few years that I've been a VTuber. The few different faces that I've now taken as a VTuber. I'm really excited for my future as a VTuber because it has given me a lot of confidence to be here on YouTube making gaming focused content. This is something that I've wanted to do ever since I started on Twitch years ago, but I just seemingly didn't have the confidence to sit down and make YouTube videos. It didn't feel natural to me. It didn't feel like I was ready, I guess, you know? And now, you know, years in the future, I'm just like, I feel so confident in not only the way that I make my content, and when I see my content, I love watching it over. I love the VTube model, the sort of quality that I feel like it brings, because it's not just another person with their camera on yapping. It is. I am. But I've done a lot of work to put in extra production value into the streams. And as I continue making more YouTube videos and people comment on the videos, and the comments are about my opinion about the game, about the video quality, about whether or not they liked it, and it's not about me. It's not about sexualizing me. It's not about telling me if they think I'm ugly or pretty or whatever. Like, I don't care. I've heard enough in my lifetime about my looks. Not everybody's cup of tea. Most people think I'm really pretty. That's cool. But I just have a bunch of other things that I love to share and talk about. And this sometimes is like just too much of a distraction. So whether or not you don't like it, that's fine. But some people do, and yeah, they can't focus, they can't concentrate. So I think a lot of other girls feel this way, because if you're a girl who's conventionally attractive and people are like, oh my gosh, what do you mean you like video games and you want to talk about video games and stuff, you know, you're really hot. It's like so, you know, there's a lot of guys, you know, a lot of people out there in general who are just like, why am I losing my favorite e-girl streamer to an avatar on the screen? Why did she turn into an animated character and I barely see her real face anymore? I already know what she looks like, and she shows off her face all the time and takes selfies, and she doesn't hide what she looks like in real life. So what's the point of being a VTuber? There are some people who like being anonymous, who like doing the character thing, who like debuting as someone who you'll never know who their real name and identity and what they look like. But some of us, we're just happy to be here. And we just want to be part of it. And we don't want it to always be about this. That's it. I hope you can vibe with that. And if you can vibe with that, that would make me really happy. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.